Good morning and happy Monday, book connectors. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Blue Eyed Black Devil. Okay, so today's question is a unique one, or at least this is the first time I've ever thought to ask a question like this. And the question for today is, have you ever been culture shocked? Think about that for a minute. Now let me tell you my story. Here I go again. But the school I went to, we had a swim team. I was on the swim team. But then I'd come home and I grew up across the street from a recreation center. And turns out I was the only girl who could actually swim. The other girls just like, it used to be a big thing, everybody getting ready to go to the pool. Then we get there, and the girls were like, ooh, don't splash my hair. I just got my hair done. Ooh. And I'm like, but this is a swimming pool. Y'all just really came to, I guess, lay out and look. I don't know. But I found that I was the only girl who could swim, and then when the guys decided to trip me up, they would always want to compete with me. Now, I did not win every race, but I won way more than I lost. So then after they realized I really was a formidable swimmer, they would, get together and they would come up and ask me questions that I definitely had never heard or thought about before in my life. That's where the culture comes in, because at the same school, it was predominantly white people, students, faculty, staff, principals, whatever. And so that means my swim coach was white. Okay. So the kids at home would ask me, they would get together. Then one of them always comes up and with the dumbest, they're dumb to me now that I have the answers. But one of them was, can you dog pedal? Can you dog pedal? No, I bet you can't dog pedal. And I was like, I don't know if I can or not. What is that? And they could not actually describe it. So I'll go off to school, find out when I come home again, which may be 2 weeks and sometimes a month later. I give it the answer. Oh yeah, about that dog pedaling thing. That's called treading water. And all you're supposed to be doing then is just keeping yourself afloat. So you're pushing water to the side, your head is up and your feet are down, but you typically are not touching the bottom of the pool. It's just to get you, it's just something used for short term to get you where you need to be before you do your next stroke. Okay, I guess I'll give it that. No, don't give me anything. You'll have to take my word for it. Look it up. That's what was. Okay. I bet you can't do this. Can you swim on top of water or underwater? And I was like, well, the only person I know who's ever been able to walk on water was Jesus. And so, no, I cannot walk on water. I said, I know I'm saying walk, but y'all are meaning swim. But the answer, I guess, would be the same. So, off to school I go. After school, I go again, asking about that, swimming on top of water. And what they were asking was, could I do certain strokes? And it wasn't until they asked that question that it dawned on me. I was being formally taught how to swim. These guys taught themselves to swim. So they didn't know the terminology. And then the little white PE teacher and coach, she was like, My word, what you mean swim on top of or up underwater? I said, I'm just asking you what they asked me. I don't know. But now I can go back and tell them. Yeah, I can. Because you have to know how to do all four strokes. And what y'all talking about, the on top of water y'all are referring to is the butterfly. You're nodding your head back and forth or bobbing your head up and down in the water in between your strokes. And the one where you're talking about swimming up underwater is the breaststroke. I said, I guess you gave me that one too, huh? Every now and then when I run into some of them that I grew up with, they'll be like, you remember when we used to swim all the time over there on South 15th Street? You know I do. You know I do. Even the girls will come up, some women now, and be like, well, you remember you was the only girl that would swim in the pool. Because a lot of them girls would say, I can't swim. I just don't want to get my hair wet. All right. Well, see, I've been swimming since January, so by the time summer came, that's all out the window. And they did used to say, well, for somebody who says she can swim, it sure does take you a long time to get used to the water. And that was true, because I grew up in heated indoor pools. And at home, I was swimming it in my recreational centers outdoor pool. So I was like, yeah, and I am still real cold natured. And so when I would go in the pool, say I got in there, I dipped my first foot in the water, say at 3 o'clock. It may be every bit of 3:30, 3:45 before my whole body is used to that water. But once it got used, it just was no going back. And they knew that. And that was just, I guess, just knowing they're going back to school and they're doing like back to school last water park things and stuff. That's what made me remember that time. So, but yeah, it was just a culture shock. My white teacher didn't know what those phrases were, and I didn't know the definitions, and they couldn't show me. The boys couldn't show me. They just asked questions. Oh, no, it's just what you do. Oh, no, it's a little bit more to it than that. But, yes, book connectors. Oh, the joys of growing up. You just, when it's going on, yeah, you might have laughed about it, but when just retelling it all these thousands of years later, it seems like it's even funnier. But anyway, I thank you all so much for the questions that I received yesterday. I was really touched by, well, all of them. But let me see. Somebody asked me if I had ever written or planned on writing a book. And I responded. That just tickled me because my husband has always told me that I do need to start writing stuff down and go. And I am supposed to be trying to get some stuff to show him so he can help me format it. But we hadn't done it yet. I don't know. And then they were just some good questions all the way around. So I thank you, and I think I'm going to enjoy those questions. I didn't expect to be asked for advice. That really touched me. Wow, just me. And I gave the only advice that I had. I hope it answers your questions, and feel free to keep the questions coming. But now in the meantime, get down in the comments and answer today's question. That should be interesting. And everybody, please do not forget, only share as much as you care to share with us. Check and make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. Please do not forget to like, share, comment respectfully, and make sure your notification bells are not only turned on, but I need them set to all, so you will know every time I drop another gem. And in the meantime, book connectors, remember this: as long as there are books around, there is always something to read. And until we read and connect again, be safe out there. Enjoy your work week, or enjoy your week, period. Just enjoy yourselves. And be safe, and know that you are loved. God bless.